giving the 21-day break from stress and stimulants in your diet, the L-glutamine seals and heals and band-aids that tissue, soothes any irritations. So even if you had irritable bowel or ulcerative colitis or some hardcore autoimmune disorder of the gut, we can come in and start detoxing and start healing. All right, guys, we are on the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show, and I have just more exciting things happening in my world each and every week that I get to come on the show, be a part of y'all's life. And I'm always looking for ways to bring new insights, new tools, new resources into your home. So I've developed my ultimate passion of Detox in a box, and we are ready to launch this into your hands so that you can take this forward and maximize your health. I've always said detoxification, if you're not detoxing in the 21st century, you are missing a huge piece of your healthcare plan. So we want to maximize your health. This is 3 weeks worth of work. This is 3 months worth of benefit. And I can go on and on and on about how you're going to feel on the other side of a detox. More mental clarity, more energy, better sleep, quality sleep, more restorative sleep. You're going to feel like your body is performing, rocking around on all 8 cylinders instead of just dragging through your day. That afternoon dip that people get, you won't have it. Your body will begin to circadian rhythm-wise balance out. Your hormones will balance out. We've seen fertility increase. We've seen productivity increase. We've seen people go from disease states to health states, cancer states to non-cancer states. This is not a treatment tool. This is a tool for living and maximizing the overall impact our bodies need in order to take a break. It's a 21-day vacation from stress and stimulants, and it gives your body an opportunity to heal, restore itself, and perform at a new and more vibrant level. And people today are suffering with what we call symptom patterns they weren't genetically born with. And I've been teaching this principle for years and years. You are either toxic or you're deficient, and that is causing your organs to malfunction and giving you symptoms that you weren't genetically born with. And oftentimes these symptoms are treated with over-the-counter drugs. These symptoms are treated with chemicals and compounds that will not serve the body in its entirety in its most perfect form. And then these symptoms left unchecked, these over-the-counters drugs that are failing, then are left to you seeking out counsel from Western medicine, who has no clue how to get people healthy and strong. They just know how to diagnose and then treat with a pharmaceutical drug. And so these pharmaceutical drugs never were grown out of the ground. They never grew off a tree. They were not walking, slithering, or running around on the ground or swimming and flying. These are not real compounds. These are fake ingredient compounds that we hope work after we diagnose you with some kind of disorder, labeling, so to speak. And the worst thing we can do for our psychology is to be labeled some sort of diagnosis. It's when people get the cancer word, boy, their life falls apart. When people get the ADD word, they blame everything on their ADD. There was even songs written about it. It's terrible. And so we have to be mindful that what we believe matters. So if you don't believe you can be healthy, you're never going to be healthy. If you don't believe you can live without suffering with headaches and or blood pressure problems, cholesterol problems, diabetes, then you're never going to find a solution. You're never going to be open to a solution. So the Detox in a Box is 20 accumulated years for myself of research and playing with different programs in order to maximize how the liver works, the lymphatics work, the digestive system work, and maximize our blood cleansing capacity. It takes stress off our brain and all of our neurotransmitters, so it kind of gets in there and polishes those receptor sites. It helps wash the lymphatics. It helps clean out the bowels, maximizing absorption, digestion, real estate in the gut. Remember, you're 28 feet from mouth to hind end, and so that system needs to be cleaned regularly. We've talked about this on other shows. The digestive tract never gets a break. So this is a 21-day break from stress and stimulants, giving your body resources and tools in order to maximize health and vitality for the long haul. And so we teach that there's 42 days a year that you ought to be detoxing, and you can do that 10-day runs 4 times a year. You can do 2 21 day runs a year, in the beginning in the year, and the middle of the year, and find that spot, that sweet spot where you're consistently doing the detox in a box, and you are going to have less symptoms than people around you. You're going to look younger than people around you. You're going to have more energy and productivity than people around you. You're going to sleep better, and your body's going to be more restorative than people around you. It's not about comparing yourself to others, but people too often today are blaming their symptom patterns on their age. And the great Gary Knoll always said that age is only a number. And it's true. You get what you put in. If you never do a detox, if you never floss your teeth, if you never change your oil in your car, if you never change the air filters at your house, what's going to happen? Symptoms. You're going to get symptoms. I had a patient, their family didn't change the oil on the car. It was a nice car. And the car engine blew up, or burned up. It's a $60,000-$70,000 investment that could have been protected with good maintenance. But no good maintenance, no good results. So goofy thinking produces goofy results. So I never, who doesn't change their oil in the car? Well, apparently these people did not do that. If you don't take care of your air filters in your home, it stresses out the unit outside, wears it out. That's expensive. Nobody wants to spend money on new cars or on AC units or on things that could have been maintenance for pennies whenever it costs so much more in the diagnosis. So remember, an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. So you have to recognize that even though the Western doctors aren't talking about detoxification, doesn't mean you shouldn't be thinking about it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be participating in it. And so on the Detox in a Box plan, it is a 21-day program. It is got 4 videos that go along throughout the whole series. We have resources from shopping lists to food plans, recipe books, essentially, community engagement opportunities so that you are not alone on the journey. Testing on the front end, testing on the back end that are survey based to help you understand where you are now and how you feel at the end of the program so that you begin to train yourself to see when your body is starting to have symptoms again. That means you're dirty and your body's backing up. Stagnation causes the body to have symptom patterns. Disruption in real estate of absorption limits your absorption rate and power so that you don't get as much nutrient delivery to those fundamental trillions of cells in your body that are supposed to be singing off the right sheet of music so that you perform at your best each and every day. So detox, detox, detox. If you're not detoxing in the 21st century, you're missing a huge piece of your healthcare plan. And with our Detox in a Box, I wanted to bring a box in, unveil it so that you guys have just an idea what's all inside. Now, there's things that I've just listed, like the resource book, because these are online, the surveys for testing yourself out and seeing how your body is performing, to look at the different shopping lists and see all the different community stuff that's online today that we have created for you guys to make this more easy. That's not in the box because that's all digital. But the products I want to go through real quick so that you have an idea of what you get once you get the box. And we have this all laid out so that it should last you the full 21 days, and you will go through this process, and it's the journey of learning how to assess yourself and then to discipline yourself and then to see the results of effort for which you put in to investing in yourself. So the Detox in a Box is a great and powerful tool. So this is one that showed up. I literally am unboxing it as if it came in the mail. The only thing that I did is I did cut the top, so I didn't have to have a pair of scissors. But then I realized I might need some scissors, so I packed a pair of scissors inside, which I think is kind of funny. But essentially, your box shows up. And this is all available, by the way, on drchapawellness.com, drchapawellness.com. And you can go to the Detox in a Box and you can get access to our video series and our box whenever you make the purchase. So we're excited to share this with you because this is, my heart's passion and desire for building a practice and making a dent in so many lives with ease. And this just covers so many different symptom patterns and ails that people have, no matter what they're dealing with, even the amount of medications that people come in with. I'm confident they'll have no problem starting this process, finishing this process, and seeing results at the end of this process. So, so cool. So, paper, that always is fun to, first come in and see. So, it's going to be packed up nice, and we'll have it all, bubble wrapped for you. And the first product that we pull out of the hat, which is not, I didn't need scissors for, which we might need in a little, who knows, is the Greens Force. This product here is going to be a culmination of all those things that will help the liver begin and the lymphatics begin to detox effectively, whether it's estrogen buildup in the body, because we live in a hormonal driven world, foods that are full of fake estrogens and plastic that become hormonal disruptors. And when you have hormonal disruptors in your body, and your hormone system cannot send messages out appropriately, the cellular receivers don't receive those messages appropriately, bad things happen. Your body starts suffering needlessly whenever it is bound up and clogged up with plastics, fake food, make-believe food. And so in the Greens Force, we have everything from fruits and vegetables, about 1.9 grams of vegetables and fruit, from oranges and pumpkin to beets and kale and broccoli and spirulina and chlorella and parsley and collards. Yes, collard greens. Who would have thunk it that we could get the value added nutrients to help the body flush trash, waste, and debris out of these exit channels without actually having to eat all of these things in one setting. And so you will take these according to the recommendation on the list that we have for you, which we have all that on the digital platform for you. But the Greens Force is something that you can take on and off the detox, especially if you are dealing with estrogen-based conditions. And this product here gives us extra nutrients from these greens that have phytonutrients and phytochemicals that allow the liver to detox more well, allow the lymphatics to flush trash, waste, and debris through the lymph nodes, and to maximize the elimination strategy at the bowel level, kidney level. So this is a really powerful, wonderful product that will be inside your box, okay? So then we go to the next box, and we got my favorite, Liver Force. Liver Force is a wonderful botanical-based product that not only protects the liver, it stimulates phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. Well, you might say to yourself, well, what does phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification mean? I don't even know. Well, your liver has over 1,600 known pathways. Your liver is involved in everything from the brain sending messages to your toes and your toes kicking off and building muscles in your calves all the way back up the posterior chain and the organs in between. So if the liver is doing its job well, then you're not having any stagnation in the body, which essentially is going to create a healthier version of you. Slow thyroid, the thyroid's not the problem, the liver's bogged down. If you've got skin disorders, the skin's not the problem, that's where the symptom manifests itself. The liver's the problem. If brain fog is your issue, names, numbers, and words is your issue, if you walk into a room and can't remember why you walked in there and you stand around looking, rolling your eyes thinking, well, it'll come back to me, I hope, that means your liver is backed up and bogged down. Stagnation causes symptoms, and we want to break up that stagnation. So phase 1 to phase 2 detoxification is the process of converting things that we have stored in our brain, our fat cells, and our joints, our visceral fat cells, into water-soluble substrates. That goes through a process called phase 1, into an intermediate metabolite or a free radical, something that's inflammatory, but it's housed appropriately so that the conversion can happen into something water-soluble, phase 2 detoxification, where your body can now excrete it through your airways, through your urine, through your bowels, through your sweat. So if you can pee it out, sweat it out, breathe it out, poop it out, those are good things. And so we have to push it through those channels, though, in such a way that it doesn't create a rash, or that it doesn't create high blood pressure, or it doesn't create brain fog, or it doesn't create some sort of symptom that is unnecessary. So having a product like this on board, and I use this product off detox as well because it's such a wonderful product. So when people come in and they're on 18 medications, they're on chemo and radiation type things, I will come in and be constantly cleansing and cleaning the body up with a phase 1, phase 2 detoxifier. So inside this baby's got several different, so I'm not going to go through like every milligram of things, but it's got choline, dandelion, artichoke, inositol, milk thistle, garlic, turmeric, very powerful in what we call methylation. So if you have methylation problems, a lot of people today know about MTFHR. If you've got glitches in how your body manufactures the resources to detox, then you need to be doing detoxes more frequently than maybe even the 42 days a year that I preach. So the 42 days a year is for the wellness patient. For somebody that knows they need to do this regularly, they just got back from a trip, they haven't done one in a while, and they kind of feeling a little run down, a little bogged down. They're getting symptoms like headaches and sluggishness and fatigue and brain fog. Those are signs that your body is backlogging. It's getting stagnant. It's not moving at the rate God has called it to. And so using the detox in a box and the liver force being a critical key player in there will heal the liver, strengthen the liver, and maximize the detox processes of the liver. I mean, just right there, you got two powerful products. But wait, there's more. So let's keep diving. I'm just grabbing and going, okay? Because I don't know what's all in the box. I'm just kidding. I built it, so I know it's in there. But the gut force is the next thing that I pulled out of the box. And this is 4,000 milligrams of L-glutamine. And why that's important. L-glutamine is like going to seal and heal the gut lining. When you look at a gut lining at the microscopic level, you have these little finger-like projections and trash going through, chemicals, compounds, or food going through the digestive tube, because you are a mouth from your mouth. You are a mouth. You are a tube from your mouth to your anus. This food travels along this trajectory, and sometimes there's holes in the gut lining. There's irritations in the gut lining, and we want to seal and heal those gut lining areas up so that things on this side, the tube side, are invited across the membranes. They don't sneak across the membranes. When you have sneaky food particles or infections or metals that are sneaking across the membrane into your blood supply, that's called trouble, trouble. If you get these undigested particles or bugs infiltrating through the leaky protein compounds that hold your cells together in the gut lining, that gut lining becomes leaky, and now you have some sort of leaky gut based disorder. It can manifest through the skin, eczema. It can manifest through the skin through psoriasis or acne, rashes. It can cause issues with lung problems. So your asthma, your wheezing, your air hunger. It can create issues through the sinuses, and you get the eye goop, the earaches, the constant stuffy, congested head. It shows up in the form of blood pressure problems, but yet it started in the gut. So we want to see you through the healing process and giving the 21-day break from stress and stimulants in your diet. The L-glutamine seals and heals and band-aids that tissue, soothes any irritations. So even if you had irritable bowel or ulcerative colitis or some hardcore autoimmune disorder of the gut, we can come in and start detoxing and start healing and restoring the gut lining and making it more powerful. So the L-glutamine, or the gut force in this case, is a powerful, powerful tool in our protocol. Let's see what's next. All right, so we're going to go and we're going to grab hold of another favorite, the Greens 8000. The reason the Greens 8000 is in your box is because the Greens 8000 allows you to have 21 extra servings of fruits and vegetables packed in a powder. We don't eat enough veggies in our society, so we know that this is an easy way to get the phytonutrient content. This is a replacement for creamers and sugars that people put in their drinks. So this is a great resource that I use in order to get more vitamins and minerals into people. So when you're detoxing, you lose 2 to 3 minerals for every toxin that you get rid of. So if we're detoxing metals, like say titanium or nickel, or if you're getting rid of mercury or silver or gold out of your teeth or out of your tissues from things that you've been accumulating over the years, or maybe you're getting rid of preservatives or dyes and fillers from food processing, well, you need to understand that if I could unitize that toxin is requiring your body to relinquish or to move 2 to 3 minerals into place to escort that mineral out the door, or to deal with it and put it away in storage. It never just lets toxins roam around free. That's called a free radical. That's where that liver force comes in and makes sure that those free radicals are housed up and protected during the conversion of fat soluble to water soluble compounds so that you can pee it out, sweat it out, breathe it out, and poop it out. Okay. So this essentially makes and maximizes our vitamin nutrient, our phytonutrient load so that you have enough players on the field to go and do task as the commander in chief of the liver and the brain do their job so that you get these toxins out of your body. Okay, so great product. It tastes amazing. Everybody loves this stuff. And then we come in and we're going to grab the next guy. And I believe we have two options here. Let me just open both of these and we'll just go through both of these together. Okay, nope. That's just the glycemia force shake. You get two shakes in the box, okay? And the purpose of these two shakes is essentially to balance your blood sugar for up to 8 hours. Many people are sick today because they have bad blood sugar management. They have peripheral blood sugar issues. That means at the cell site, at the knee, when it goes, or my heart goes beat, or my thyroid goes produce thyroid hormone, or my mind creates neurotransmitter activation. Blood sugar is at the root of driving inflammation and slowing down the process. So we want to maximize your overall health and well-being by first stabilizing your blood sugar. So again, just like having the extra phytonutrients and phytochemicals from the Greens 8000, we want to make sure that the blood sugar is stable. So we use a plant-based protein. In this case, we have a rice flour protein, flax flour protein, with, of course, like inulin and guar, and these are basically fibers to help maximize the speed at which sugar causes a spike or not in your body. Now, when you're eating real food off of the Detox in a Box plan, what you begin to see is your blood sugar naturally is going to be more stable because you're eating real food. When you eat make-believe food, guys, the best you'll ever have is make-believe health. So having the shake as an option in the beginning, because a lot of people don't know how to eat real food. They have become so disconnected with food that they are reaching to false, fake foods that are wrecking and inflaming their lives. And they're causing their body to have these symptom patterns, which the over-the-counters won't work for, that turn into diagnoses, that they get treatment for, that lead into what we call syndromes. Now you have a polypharma, so by the time you're 45 years old, instead of being, well, you're everything is my age. I'm getting older. The doctors are even bought into this, which is terrible. They need to be encouraging you to stay healthy and get healthy and to change your lifestyle. But they don't teach lifestyle. You got to come to somebody like Dr. Chapa Wellness in order to get this practice, this coaching, this teaching, and we offer this and have been offering this for years and years, almost 2 decades, in order to teach people how to live better, be better through food. And detoxification is a critical mass piece. So when we look through here, the alpha linolenic acid, the alpha lipoic acid, the vanadyl sulfate, all balance the blood sugar. And then, of course, it's got 95% of the amino acid profile of mother's milk. And so we have these are 2 vanillas. We have chocolate flavors, and but this is a vanilla kit. And so the whole idea here with these products is to maximize how your body's performing day in and day out so that you live your best, you perform your best each and every day as you're going through the detox experience. So we are excited to bring the Detox in a Box to drchapawellness.com and helping people live better through healthy living. When you start learning how your body is feeling through our toxicity questionnaires, when you start recognizing the type of foods we want you reaching for and how we want you to back off some of this refined carbohydrate living that you're doing or high sugar intake that you're doing, one of the things that begins to happen, at first you get a little bit frustrated because your liver is purging these toxins. You'll actually feel passion of anger, rising up in you. Why hasn't somebody told me this before? How could they do this to us? I mean, I had no idea. I know. But that's why we're here, to teach you how to live your best, be your best through food, nutrition, wellness, and well-being. So when you go to the Dr. Chapa Wellness site, you're going to see that we are building an online community, a platform of life in the eyes of Chapa, if you will, because I've been practicing these techniques for since I've been 15 years old to some degree, professionally for more than 2 decades. I've had great teaching, great mentors. I've stood on the shoulders of giants. I've had great conversations with people on how to get this done. But more importantly, I've experienced it myself. I've done over 46 detoxes to date. I have done over 27 of these detoxes. I've done over 27 gallbladder flushes to date, over 100 different coffee enemas. I've done all kinds of parasite cleansing, metal cleansing, and I have become a detox junkie. I have learned that the brain needs to be cleansed, just like the oil in your car needs to be changed. The tires need to be checked. Maintenance has to happen. And if you will learn to do an ounce of prevention on your body care, you will see massive manifestations of good health practice in your life to come. Okay, so this is just so easy, and I want it to be easy. So we wrote it out. The videos are extended and giving you all practical tips and tricks, everything from how to clean up your home, everything from how to clean up your food supply, where to start. Whenever this looks a little too daunting with all of this, for example, how you can make it digestible, if you will. How do you eat the elephant one bite at a time? The community helps you, feel encouraged to press in past your insecurities or your concerns and trust the process that others have gone on. I'm just very thankful to have been taught this information at the time of life that I was in. And I remember the first time I did a detox, I lost a ton of weight. I lost 10, 12 pounds. I didn't even know I had 10, 12 pounds to lose. My wife lost 20 pounds. Didn't know she had 20 pounds to lose. And that doesn't always happen. And it's not all about the weight loss. But what I try to help people understand is that when you have toxins building up, concentrating in your tissues, the water concentration, the dilution factors, because nature's solution to pollution's dilution, has to dilute you down so that you're not poisoned to death by your own accord, and by your own body's mess ups or backflow issues that it has, the congestion, that stagnation. So if you can see a little bit of the truth in like whatever symptom pattern you have, I wish this was a live thing, because then I would say, tell me a symptom. I'll tell you how it started. I can help you figure out how to navigate from where your symptom is now and where it was caused from and where it is still being caused from. And if we fix that underlying cause, that root cause medicine, so they say, that is where my heartbeat is to give people tools and practice through food medicine, through therapy, supplementation, through detox processes, blood sugar management, in order to see their body perform at its best. So on the drchopawellness.com website, again, you will see a lot of programs that we have available and are continuing to add. And so we want you to be a part of our online community. We want to be your advocate, your number one wellness authority when it comes to health, vitality, and you living the best life possible. I couldn't imagine my life, my family life at this juncture, and seeing everything that my kids have gone through, what my wife and I have gone through, and not had the stress support programs or the detox program or the building blocks for immunity and healthy organic babies programs that we have built for folks in the past. So at drchopawellness.com, we are fired up to share what we have learned in living this out as a practice. I would never ask a patient to do anything I'm not willing to do. So I constantly practice this teaching. I constantly am pushing myself to do better and perform better so that I'm always in my best. So I think my best so that when you come in with an issue, when I'm talking with you in a meeting setup session, we are strategizing from a place of high ground where we have the best options to find why your body's breaking down and what we can do to get to the root cause of fixing your issues, your ails, your challenges without drugs, without surgery. So I am just so thrilled to introduce you guys to the Detox in a Box. Remember, the Detox in a Box comes with digital tools, everything from a shopping list to food recipe guides to our toxicity questionnaires to our online community and other cool benefits that we'll continue to be adding to this box as it evolves. So we want you to tap into it, get these videos in your hand, learn from me, let me teach you what I've learned, shortcut you from point A to point B so that you get the most out of the detox experience. I've taken so many thousands of people through this program. It's been an absolute joy. People do it over and over. Sometimes people say, can I do it over and over? Of course you can. Can I do it in a month? over and over again. Yes, you could do it 21 days, take 10 days off, 21 days, take 10 days off. I've done that myself. And so I have constantly been pushing the envelope on detoxification to see what's too much and where's that law of diminishing returns. Well, whenever you're eating clean, you get more and more energy. When you're eating and supplementing well, you're sustainable and productive throughout the day, throughout your mental clarity creative sessions. And detox is at the root of everything I do to control blood sugar, symptom patterns, and the maximization of detox pathways in our body that need the constant support day in and day out, more than we realize. So remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you're not detoxing in the 21st century, you are missing a huge piece of your healthcare plan. So I want you to hear us, trust us, and we want to get in the boat with you and help you live your best life through detoxification. So drchopwellness.com. The Detox in a Box is there. Can't wait to see you on the other side of your first detox, your 10th detox, or maybe even your 50th if you can catch up to me. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side. You guys be blessed. This is the Dr. Chopper Wellness Show, and we can't wait to bring you our next best show.